If you are any type of content creator, you are going to come across days where you are supposed to create content and you just ain't gonna feel like it. And so I wanted to talk about it because I'm kind of in one of those I don't feel like creating content moods, but I need to get some content out. And so as I was giving myself almost like my prep talk and essentially forcing myself into creating content, I was like, you know what? This should be a topic that I talk about on my channel. And so I had to create this video. Of course, my name is Lashawnda Smith. If you're new to me, I am a content creator and content strategist. And I do all the things over here to help you with growing your YouTube channel and getting to your first 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So let's talk about the not feeling like creating content. First of all, it's normal. And I want you to understand that in this era of content creation that we all are in right now, content creating can feel like a lot because we're being stretched really, really thin right now, especially if you're a creator who are doing short form content, if you're doing long form videos like this on YouTube, if you're doing podcasting, whatever it is that you're doing, just keep in mind that the more content pieces that you are creating, the more exhausting it can become for you as a content creator. So what do you do when this is your job? This is something that you really either want to do full time, or maybe you're already doing this full time and your livelihood depends on you creating content. This is what I do, and I'm hoping that the things that I share with you today is going to kind of help give you a peace of mind, also help you maneuver on these days when you really need to get some content out, but you just not feeling it. The first thing that I'm going to suggest is, depending on the situation, if you notice that your energy and your vibration is really, really low, I actually suggest against you creating content in that moment. And the reason why I say this, and you may hear other people like, push through it and like get the content out and just suck it up. And I actually have an opposite opinion on that, because what I've noticed is that whenever I am trying to force myself to create content, if I'm like just really having a moment, maybe life is lifing right now and I'm going through a depression state, or maybe I'm just in my head about certain things, and so I'm just like kind of down in the dumps for like a couple days or whatever. I find that content that I create in those moments, specifically like if I'm trying to educate my audience on something, I feel that you can feel the energy through the video. And so sometimes it's best to allow yourself to have those moments and like reset and come with a better energy, because people can feel the energy through your videos. And there's been times where I've had to actually scrap the entire video because my energy just was not there and you could see it through the video. So sometimes it's better to just choose to be like, you know what, I'm just really not feeling it today and I'm going to try again tomorrow, or maybe you need to reschedule your content day to another day. So that's the first thing. Maybe you just don't even need to record any type of content during that time. But let's just say that maybe you're procrastinating on doing your content, or maybe it's not that you don't feel like creating it, it's more so just you are struggling to pick up the camera and just actually do the thing. The first thing that I want you to ask yourself is, why are you procrastinating? Because normally there's a deeper issue that's going on whenever we're procrastinating on creating content. I know for me, I found that I procrastinate on content that I don't want to create. So especially short form videos. So whenever I was pursuing short forms like years ago, I found that I always procrastinated on creating those types of videos because I just didn't like the process. I didn't like the process of doing it. I didn't really enjoy creating those types of content pieces. And then it was just really frustrating at the time with dealing with Instagram and then like the glitches that would happen with my short form. So it was almost like miserable for me to create those pieces. And as a result, it just was like pulling teeth to get me to get that type of content out. So you really have to ask yourself, like, why am I procrastinating on this? Am I adding certain elements to my videos that's stressing me out, whether that's extra B-roll, or maybe your process is not sound or solid enough for it to be a smoother process. Maybe you have the issue like what I have right now, and this is why I be procrastinating to create content. I'm gonna just be completely transparent with you guys. I need to update my equipment. So my phone right now, don't get me wrong, I love the camera quality of my phone. One of the issues that I'm running into when it comes to updating my phone, because this is an older phone. I mean, like, my phone is so old to the point where they don't even make my phone anymore. Like, they have newer versions of my phone. And the newer versions, in my opinion, don't have the same camera quality as my current phone's camera. So the reason why I know this is because my kids have a newer version of my phone, and even my fiance has a newer version of my phone, and I don't like their video quality. And I'm like, how can I update my phone when I don't even like the quality of the camera of the newer versions of my phone? So I'm stuck with currently using my phone to record content to keep that quality, but my phone is at that state where it's running out of space. So it's like this issue where every time I record, I have to like export the video from my phone and like that whole thing. And then I'm also having issues with like my laptop. It's like an older laptop, so it takes forever for me to do like minimal tasks on there. And so my point is, the tech side is always kind of frustrating when I'm in the process of setting up everything for my videos. And so it creates a stressful situation to make me not want to record content. And maybe the same, maybe you resonate with that. Maybe you just feel like your content day is all over the place and you just get frustrated. And by the time you actually hit record, you're like completely aggravated about the whole thing and you're ready to just throw the table against the wall by the time it's time for you to record. So maybe that's what your issue is. In my opinion, in that type of situation, try to do your best to make it as easy as possible for you on your content days. So this is what I do to try to minimize the frustration of all of those things. So for me, I try to export my videos and like my stuff on my phone the day before. So that way I can at least have 2 videos worth of recording space on my phone the day of, and I don't have to worry about doing that the day of content recording day. Also with my laptop, I have to play it by the day, unfortunately, because even if I try to set my laptop up earlier, like it has a mind of its own. So I never know when it's going to act up and when it's not going to act up. My alternative is to just record. That's another reason why I get frustrated. So on certain days, I just choose to record through my phone with the audio version. And that goes like hearing that car in the background. That's why I have to use my laptop to record content now, because I use my podcast mic to get better audio because it is really loud on my neighborhood street. Like it is literally, we have big trucks and stuff and buses that come through during recording. So you have to kind of pick your battles in reference to how to make this as smooth as possible. So another reason why you may be struggling to record content or just not feel like it is because you don't feel that you are as presentable or you have a certain aesthetic that you are going for when it comes to creating content, and you just don't feel like you uphold that end of the bargain. I deal with that too, guys, and I've worked really hard to get like my background set up so that I feel comfortable in my recording space. But even still, I feel that with me being a perfectionist, sometimes I feel that I struggle to be okay with my aesthetic, or I struggle to be okay with like what I'm wearing and like all these other things. And so today I didn't really intend on recording content today. Today is actually a post-production day, and the content day that I had scheduled, I wasn't able to record content on that day. So I'm kind of behind. And I was just like, and this is the tip for you as well. What feels the easiest to get out if you are absolutely forced to create a video and get it out? So let's say you're behind on creating content. I don't believe in forcing yourself to stick to a specific schedule if that schedule is making things harder for you to stay consistent on. So right now, I'm not as big on like, oh, I have to get this up on this day. As long as I get the amount of videos I want out for that month, I'm okay with that. However that looks right now, that's how that's gonna look, because at the end of the day, I know that I'm committing to my YouTube channel for a full year regardless. So I know that I'm going to get videos out. For me, it's like, okay, what feels the most comfortable for you in this very moment? For me, it felt more comfortable to create this video. This is not a scripted video. I don't have any notes. I even threw on my sweatshirt because I was like, I don't feel like getting dressed. I don't feel like doing my eye stuff. I don't feel like doing all of that because I really am supposed to be doing post-production work, which is like editing, like all that kind of stuff. And technically I'm homeschooling right now. So my kids are doing like their first homeschool assignment. And I'm like, what can make this feel the easiest? So I threw on my sweatshirt because this is what feels the most comfortable for me. Hair in a ponytail. And I just put the camera up. This is not technically how I would record before. I normally would have my mic out. I'll be doing like the whole thing. And I am choosing to be okay with not producing that type of video right now because this is going to resonate with someone as well. And that brings me to my next tip. Sometimes you have to scrap the script of your scheduled videos and do something raw in that moment for your content piece. So this was not on my schedule. This was not on my content calendar. I didn't have a script prepared for this. This was literally a spur of the moment, like, ooh, I have some things I want to say on this. And I decided to go ahead and record it. I find that the videos that I do like that tend to perform better than some of my scripted pre-planned videos, because they are more real, they are more authentic, they are spare the moment, and I find that my audience resonates with those pieces a lot more because I'm talking about things that I'm dealing with that you're probably dealing with as well. So maybe the content ideas that you have scheduled, maybe on those days where you just absolutely don't feel like recording content, but you have to get something up, like in one of these type of days, maybe record something that is more raw and real, that is not scripted. I find that this type of content, when I'm feeling like this, makes it a lot easier to pick up the camera and record because there's no pressure on getting this content to be perfect as you would see. Because on other days, you will be okay with getting the mic and doing the whole setup and getting dressed and, you know, doing that professional educators or content creator video. But on these type of days, these videos perform just as well. So I don't want this video to be super long. I hope that this helps you in some type of way. If you are struggling to create content or you just don't feel like it, just know that it is okay. It's okay to feel like that, and know that this won't be the first time you feel like that. And I promise you, this won't be the last. It's going to rotate. It's going to rotate. And this is why batch recording is so vital as a content creator and not relying on recording one video at a time. But even when you batch record, if you're doing this by yourself, you still gonna have these moments where it's batch recording day and you ain't gonna be feeling it, and you're gonna have certain protocols that you follow for that. So I hope this video helps you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.